My song Ice Cream is out, and I'm gonna teach you how to play it on the ukulele. If you're new here, please subscribe, please leave some comments. I'd love to get to know you. Today I'm gonna be playing Wally. Looks like a watermelon. If you don't know your strings, G, C, E, A. G, C, E, A. If your ukulele doesn't sound quite like this, it might be out of tune, so give it a quick tune. My new song, Ice Cream, only has 2 chords. You can tell I wrote it. I love a simple pop song. 4 chords is pretty standard for the type of pop music I really enjoy writing. Today, we're only doing 2. The first chord we're gonna learn is the F chord. If you already know it, go for it. If you don't, here's how to play it. You're gonna take your first finger on your left hand. You're gonna count the frets. These little silver bars are the frets. So we're gonna go 1 and 2. This is what we're working with. So on the first fret in this first little box here, your first finger is going to go on the E string. Next, your middle finger is going to go on the second fret on the G. The string that's closest to you, right here on top. So there's an open one in between the two, and there's an open one on the high note here. Now that we have F, let's give it a little strum. Easy. Our next chord, some folks don't love this chord when they're learning, especially when they're learning guitar. This is the first chord that tends to stump folks. It's not so hard. I'm gonna give you some tips. We're playing a B flat. If you're a guitar player, that would be an F shape. If you're a ukulele player, it's a B shape, and we're just gonna scooch it down so that it starts on the first fret. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use kind of the side of our fingers to make it a little easier, because if we try and push right in the center of our fingers, our wrist can get a little cramped back here. We're gonna use our first finger to press down those 2 bottom strings on the first fret. Now, as we add notes, that's when it gets cramped and you're like, how am I gonna play this? We're going to take our middle finger, we're gonna press that next string up on the C on the second fret. So far we've got first fret, the bottom 2 strings, both pressed down by our first finger. We can just roll it a little to the side. Roll a little to the side of your finger just to make it easier. Middle finger is going to go on the C string. Above that, and your ring finger is going to go 3rd fret on the G, on that high note up here. They kind of stack up like a little staircase. Again, turn. We don't need to be straight on like this. We can turn it. Your pinky's just hanging out wherever it wants to hang out. Your thumb is keeping a nice pressure on the back of your ukulele so that you can really press down on all of those notes. We've got all 4 notes here. So going back, F, B flat. We're gonna play our F, and then B flat. Doing great. I did pick a chord that not everybody loves. However, that's it. This is a great song to practice playing your B flat or your B, any shape that you're going to be using all the way up the neck. And it will get easier the more you play. The song's about 3.5 minutes, so a great amount of time to practice every day. I'm going to play the chorus so you can get a feel for the timing. Sometimes I melt down like ice cream. Will you still like me when it gets all messy? So what we're playing is F, 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 B flat, B flat, F, 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 B flat, B flat. So they each get an equal amount of time. How are we doing out there? Did I lose you? Pick up your ukulele. You can do this. You got this. One more time. Play it with me. 1, 2, ready, and sometimes I melt down like ice cream. Will you still like me when it gets all messy? Sometimes my words come out jumbled. Do you like crosswords? I could be your puzzle. And the rest of the song is just as simple. I love writing simple songs because it allows me to, when And I'm songwriting to fill in a lot of other melodies. And if you've heard the fully produced version of the song, which I will link for you here, you'll hear so many other melodies. There's a glockenspiel, there's piano. We added a lot. I co-produced this song with my friend Kai. It started just me and the ukulele, and then we just layered and layered all these other sounds and harmonies. When you keep a song simple, get it as simple as possible, then you can really build it up. Okay, so the verse is just as easy. It's F and B flat, back and forth. Here's an example of the second verse. Summer days are running out. You should have tried to run by now. Instead, you're skinny dipping in the neighbor's pool. Just back and forth. And you can borrow all my clothes. I never want you to feel cold. One more time, and I promise I'll walk you home. Just kind of hangs on the B flat before the chorus hits back on F. Sometimes I melt down like ice cream. Now I'm strumming it. You can also practice your finger picking, especially since there's only 2 chords. This is a nice time to practice some different finger picking techniques. I'll hold it a little higher so you can see. And if you're struggling to press down those bottom 2 strings, a little hack you could do. Forget about the A string. Okay, so I'm leaving the A string open, and I'm just going to take my first finger, first fret, press down on the E string, your 3rd string. Take your middle finger, put that on the 2nd string, C, and your ring finger up on the G. So you're only playing 3 notes instead of pressing down on those first 2. You're lifting up, and you're just playing that 1 note. And this way, it kind of opens it up. You could technically play it strumming like that, but what I want you to practice is just finger picking these 3 notes that you're pressing down on. Just keep going back and forth until you get it. How did we do? I'd love to hear. Please tell me in the comments. And if you want to cover this song, please do. I would love to see your cover. I will leave lots of comments on it. This has been a really fun release week. I don't know if it's just because ice cream, and I love ice cream. I think what it is this was a song that I never planned on releasing. It's very childlike, it's very simple, it has very basic rhymes. I even had this moment on release day of, other songwriters, in the industry here in Los Angeles are gonna make fun of me because I rhymed school with cool, and very simple rhymes, and I planned on changing them, and then when it got to the mastering, I was just like, no, this is what the song is. This is little me freaking out about meeting a new person and wondering if they're gonna like me once they get to know the real me, who is an extremely anxious person, deeply insecure, but also confident. You can be both. You can absolutely be both. It's just every day you gotta work at it, right? Every situation is different. But this song for me really, I had to say these words, I had to sing them, I had to shout them. As you can see in the song, it starts really quiet and a bit scared. And by the end of the song, I'm just shouting it, belting it out, yelling at this person that I'm falling in love with, saying like, can you say that you're gonna take me as is, a mess, melting down like ice cream? Thank you all so much for listening to it. Thank you for adding it to your playlist. I've been looking on Spotify. There's a lot of great playlists with ice cream. And I hope you had a wonderful summer. I can't believe it's already coming to an end. But we can eat ice cream all year long. Thanks for watching this tutorial. If you want more on other songs, please let me know. I'd be happy to make them for you. And happy ukulele playing. Bye, friends!